I was always putting on this front that I had it figured out or I didn't need help. I never asked for help. I was never real. I was always like, no, because I was always trying to fit in. And I figured like the only way I'm gonna fit in, the only way that I'm gonna please other people is if I don't have my own problems. My entire life growing up, I always wanted to help people. I didn't love myself, but I could at least make other people happy. I could at least make someone else's day. I was just trying to fit in so much, and I thought that the only way to do it was to starve yourself. I developed an eating disorder. I had a binging and purging disorder. I was bulimic for 10 years plus in my life. I was very good at hiding it. Nobody knew. It continued like that my entire adult life. I did contracting overseas. I was working for the State Department as a contractor. I was over in Baghdad for 3 years. There wasn't a time in Baghdad, I don't remember a week going by that I wasn't throwing up my food. And you would get good, positive feedback from people when you were losing that weight. But every time I started eating again or being normal, and I would be like, okay, I succeeded. I'm in a size 6 right now. This is great. And then I would be like, okay, I can eat again. And it would just come on like that. And I remember more times than I can count because I would buy all these clothes that fit me at my skinniest. And I remembered more times than I could count that I was trying on my clothes in the closet or in front of the mirror, and I was trying to button things up after I started eating again, and nothing fit. And I would literally just break down on the floor and cry and cry and cry because I wanted to stop. It was really hard. And I knew when Archer was born, I couldn't do it anymore. When I had Archer, I thought about his perspective on me, and I wanted to change it. I wanted to change it from being my mom is the girl that looks in the mirror and doesn't love herself. My mom is somebody that will never let someone take a picture of her. My mom is somebody that never gets off the couch. And I decided that I couldn't let that happen, and I didn't want him to see me that way, and I didn't want him to end up being that way. It was the reason I changed my mindset. I decided that if I had had it figured out, I wouldn't be where I was. And that's when I got introduced to the My Transformation giant Facebook group for everybody in the Phorm App. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. All right, there's a ton of results. And I'm like comparing my app macros to this. I'm like, it's not as extreme as I thought it would have to be. It's like this is doable. It's not eliminating everything from my life. And instead of getting in my own way about it, I just decided to listen. I figured out how to reach these things called macros that were in this app and what foods got me there. And then I was like, I'm gonna push myself in the gym, okay? And then it all just started to unfold. Phorm created the perfect storm to make it possible for me to reach my goal in the healthiest way. You know, everything from the community support to the educational tools within the app to, you know, all of the people that make Phorm what it is, like from, you know, talking one-on-one with my advisor to, you know, having any questions about the supplements that I'm using. Like there's always people there that are able to answer the questions that you have just in a, you know, how is this gonna help you sort of way for you to understand what you're doing. Flash forward Winning the Transformation Challenge, the New Year's Challenge, just this last year, did way more for me than just winning $50,000. Getting to visit First Phorm headquarters. It wasn't like I went in and I visited and they were like, hey, congratulations, and then like sent me out the door. Like, I made friends. This is somewhere I belong. These are my people. And I reached out to the people that were there and said, you know, I want to do whatever I can to help people like you do. When the position came up for me to be an advisor at headquarters with the company that changed everything for me, it was like seeing a light at the end of a tunnel. I knew that that was where I was supposed to be. I knew that was my purpose in life. I know it's hard to try another new thing. I would say give it one more shot, and only one. This is the program that works. This is the community that will finally be there for you. When you're able to finally trust something and people, and they actually show up for you, it's worth it.
I will not fall. I will stand up. I will not fall. I will stay strong. I'm never giving up faith. I will go on. Go on.